Horse has been called forward for the second trial of the day. Please note number 6, Lady Monica, is a late scratching, but in its place Tangaroa, who lost a driver in the first trial, is going around a second time today. But number 1, Major Maguire for Reese Moore. Number 2, We Will Sound, Pud McDonald for Frank Cavallaro. Number 3, Pretty Pud, Andrew Stenhouse for Pud McDonald. Frank and Tank for Kate Haddard in 4, Living in the Shadow, Michael and Max Francis, and Tangaroa, Mr Ferrari, going around again. And we've called this race the Happy Birthday Pud McDonald Pace. Pud had a birthday yesterday. He's got Pretty Pud in here as well. 1790 and away they go, and We Will Sound with Pud on top comes humming out, but it's not going to cross Reese Moore with Major Maguire. Major Maguire goes into a gallop, might have jumped a shadow there, but that leaves We Will Sound in front, with Pretty Pud sort of going up onto the outside of Major Maguire. Frank and Tank appeared to get away okay from the gate. It's been right out of the draw of mobiles. Got a few tickets to get crossed off. It goes cross to the rails and there's 3 back the pegs. Living in the Shadow 1 by 1, and Tangaroa has gone about 300 or 400 metres further than he did in the first trial. He's tacking on at the rear of the field. We Will Sound leads them up about 4 or 5 to Major Maguire, who's got back into his gear. 3rd on the fence, Pretty Pud. 4th the fence, Frank and Tank. Living in the Shadow, 5 back, and Tangaroa just about to tack on. Coming into the straight, with We Will Sound leading Major Maguire. Pretty Pud in 3rd, Frank and Tank 4th. Living in the Shadow at 5, and tacking on the back, Tangaroa. Bell's about to ring. And We Will Sound with Pud McDonald leading out, up in a break of 4 or 5 on Major Maguire, who's had the earplugs pulled and is just taking a couple more metres off. Pretty Pud comes to the outside, and We Will Sound and Pretty Pud both ran nice races here at Mildura the other day, as did Frank and Tank, who's tacking onto the back of Pretty Pud. Living in the Shadow, going a little bit roughly, has dropped right out 25-30 back, and another 10 or 15 to Tangaroa. They've hit the 400, and We Will Sound leads Pretty Pud, Major Maguire 3rd, and Frank and Tank 4th. Frank and Tank's coming to the outside and starting to make a bit more ground, but getting into the straight, and We Will Sound leading about 2 metres to Frank and Tank, who takes over from 3rd. Major Maguire the pegs. Pretty Pud just dying a little bit on this run, but coming down to the line, and Frank and Tank, Kate Haddard driving this horse out, and is going to come across the line and win by about 2 metres to We Will Sound, another 1.5 metres 3rd, Major Maguire, about 10 back to Pretty Pud, another 30 metres to Living in the Shadow, and another 40 to Tangaroa.